Section 9 of the Laws of Ecclesiastical Polity, Book 1 by Richard Hooker. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Of the benefit of keeping that law which reason teacheth. Now the due observation of this law which reason teacheth us cannot but be effectual unto their great good who observe the same. For we see the whole world and each part thereof so compacted, that as long as each thing performeth only that work which is natural unto it, it thereby preserveth both other things and also itself. Contrariwise, let any principal thing, as the sun, the moon, any one of the heavens or elements, but once cease or fail or swerve, and who doth not easily conceive that the sequel thereof would be ruin both to itself and whatsoever dependeth on it? And it is possible that man, being not only the noblest creature in the world, but even a very world in himself, his transgressing the law of his nature should draw no manner of harm after it. Yes, tribulation and anguish unto every soul that doeth evil. Good doth follow unto all things by observing the course of their nature, and, on the contrary side, evil by not observing it. But not unto natural agents that good which we call reward, not that evil which we properly term punishment. The reason whereof is, because amongst creatures in this world only man's observation of the law of his nature is righteousness, only man's transgression sin. And the reason of this is the difference in his manner of observing or transgressing the law of his nature. He doth not otherwise than voluntarily the one or the other. What we do against our wills or constrainedly, we are not properly said to do it, because the motive cause of doing it is not in ourselves, but carrieth us, as if the wind should drive a feather in the air. We know it furthering that whereby we are driven. In such cases, therefore, the evil which is done moveth compassion. Men are pitied for it, as being rather miserable in such respect than culpable. Some things are likewise done by man, though not through outward force and impulsion, though not against, yet without their wills, as in alienation of mind, or any the like inevitable utter absence of wit and judgment. For which cause no man did ever think the hurtful actions of furious men and innocents to be punishable. Again, some things we do, neither against nor without, yet not simply and merely with our wills, but with our wills in such sort moved, that, albeit there be no impossibility but that we might, nevertheless we are not so easily able to do otherwise. In this consideration, one evil deed is made more pardonable than another. Finally, that which we do being evil is notwithstanding by so much more pardonable, by how much the exigence of so doing or the difficulty of doing otherwise is greater, unless this necessity or difficulty have originally risen from ourselves. It is no excuse therefore unto him who being drunk committeth incest, and allegeth that his wits were not his own, inasmuch as himself might have chosen whether his wits should by that means have been taken from him. Now rewards and punishments do always presuppose something willingly done well or ill, without which respect, though we may sometimes receive good or harm, yet then the one is only a benefit and not a reward, the other simply a hurt, not a punishment. From the sundry dispositions of man's will, which is the root of all his actions, there groweth variety in the sequel of rewards and punishments, which are by these and the like rules measured. Take away the will, and all acts are equal. That which we do not, and would do, is commonly accepted as done. By these and the like rules, men's actions are determined of and judged, whether they be in their own nature rewardable or punishable. Rewards and punishments are not received but at the hands of such as being above us have power to examine and judge our deeds. How men come to have this authority one over another in external actions we shall more diligently examine in that which followeth. But for this present, so much all do acknowledge that since every man's heart and conscience doth in good or evil, even secretly committed and known to none but itself, either like or disallow itself, and accordingly either rejoice, very nature exulting as it were in certain hope of reward, or else grieve as it were in a sense of future punishment, neither of which can in this case be looked for from any other, saving only from him who discerneth and judgeth the very secrets of all hearts. Therefore he is the only rewarder and revenger of all such actions, although not of such actions only, but of all whereby the law of nature is broken, whereof himself is author. For which cause the Roman laws, called the Laws of the 12 Tables, requiring offices of inward affection which the eye of man cannot reach unto, threaten the neglectors of them with none but divine punishment. End of section 9.